back, I think.
Like we're live again?
Yeah, we should be.
Ooh, that was dangerously quick. I don't know. Let's see. Let me refresh. Oh my God, we're live. All right, guys, we're back. Well, I know someone in chat was saying they don't have anything with auto updates on. I mean, updates and restarting's a lot different. It almost just seemed like, I think the PC could have just crashed, honestly, and it had Windows updates. We don't restart our PCs like very often. Honestly, most of them are on like I know Matt's, I don't think his ever goes to sleep. I think it's 24/7.
I don't know if it was doing an update, because like when I went in there, it was like a solid black screen, so I don't know if it crashed and then took the advantage to do a Windows update.
Well, someone in chat was like, that's why I don't have auto updates on. I was like, I doubt. Like, usually an auto update doesn't mean auto restart.
No, it normally doesn't work. It used to. Microsoft had a big problem of that, but it's not anymore.
They realized it was a little bit of a problem.
Is everything sounding good? We're fine now, right? Sweet.
A minor hiccup in the morning stream. It's a Monday, guys. What do you expect?
Now did you restart? Hey Google, play Harris Heller on Spotify Shuffle.
Wow. Johnny using a stock cooler. Stonks.
Hey, who is he?
Everything is good. All is well.
Yeah, let's go. 100 messages, wow.
Hey Jackson, if I wanted to upgrade this pre-built I bought from you guys, would it void the warranty? Oh, absolutely. No, I'm just kidding. No. So what system is it? We usually always tell people, as long as you don't break something that I guess just seems obvious, then you're good. You know, just do your best. Maybe watch some of our videos on like what not to do. You know, like bending pins, for example, is a huge one. If you're doing a graphics card, just be really careful about you know, scraping off components in the motherboard.
It goes without saying, any of the parts that you buy are not covered under the warranty.
No.
So, just making sure you know that part.
Yeah, like there's that Tower 100 with the i7. That was a week worth of troubleshooting right there.
I was the guy who got your guys' i3 and Sapphire GPU. Sorry, Caps. I don't remember that specific build, I'll be honest with you.
Which, yeah, you said Sapphire. Is it it might be the RX 5500 XT.
Oh, yes, that sounds about right.
So that might have been one of the past giveaway PCs.
Yes.
Which, yeah, those do have a really solid little upgrade path, you know, on a budget. So, yeah, what are you going to? You upgrading CPU first?
Yeah, what are you thinking, CPU or GPU?
Or both?
Those should have the Steeltech 650s in them, I would think.
Those, I feel like because they were the nostalgia one, they have like Cyberbron, like
the 500s. Okay.
Which are still solid.
Yeah, those still fine. 575, the pre-built. No, if you take out RAM stick, you void warranty. Yes, exactly.
That would be crazy, wouldn't it? Yeah, if you guys XMP your RAM, you void the warranty. Duh.
What's up, Ricky? We're back. How you doing?
Ricky Bobby Wobby.
Ricky Bobby Wobby. Guys, it's starting to feel a little nippy outside.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I think the high today is like 50s.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It only took until the middle of October to actually start feeling like fall. It's crazy.
I'm not ready still.
It's time. Let's see. I've already upgraded my RAM and GPU. CPU's next. Nice.
Wait, is that the
no, that's somebody else.
I was about to say, I was like, dude, they're about to fully rebuild that PC.
Morning, boys. Currently in line at Dunkin'. All right, what's the go-to Dunkin' drink? Go.
Ooh, Dunkin'. Those are like the sweetest drinks, right?
They definitely can be if you don't know what to ask for, because any coffee comes with cream and sugar like pre-added. So like you get a sweet like drink with the sweet flavoring, and then they add sugar to it. It's a lot.
You gotta say, give it to me dark. Dark roast, please.
Good weekend of football. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Not too bad of a sports weekend for sure. Just picked up my latest auction victim. That sounds very sus. Don't say that. It sounds like you...
Like Wayfair?
Yeah. I mean project. A Dell 7040 OptiPlex with twin AMD GPUs. Nice. How much you get that for through the auction?
By the way, Chaotic, we totally know which PC you have now. We're more just curious what upgrades you're doing.
Yeah, what upgrades you gonna do? We know what you...
We figured that part out.
Yeah, we figured that part out. We're good.
Yeah, I just lowered the Facebook PC again. It is literally down to what we paid. I have it at $625, so I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if my account's shadow banned. I don't know if people just really suck right now. I don't know, guys.
Maybe we just need to make this the way other people have been doing that series. That I mean, is not as like interesting as like just buying. Actually, you know, part of it might be more interesting to you guys. You can let me know. They do it more on the lines of, hey, for like a month, they're just constantly deal hunting for just individual parts, not just a PC. And they're like, oh, well, this guy has a GPU. Let me talk him down to get a graphics card. Here's a CPU. And it's kind of like a behind the scenes of like buying and flipping stuff, whether it's just buying individual parts or.
I think the big thing is just, which, I mean, you know, that's like if that falls into place, cool. It's just cheaper.
Yeah.
I just think that's like, because the last few, like the first one we did sold so freaking fast, I think because it was a more budget build, but the last few have just been really good deals and higher and stuff, but clearly people do not want to buy that stuff on Facebook.
They don't. Would a 3060 Ti work? Yeah, it would, definitely.
Is that what he wants to do?
Yeah, 3060 Ti would be good. If you want to buy new 4060, if you're going NVIDIA, those would all be good options. Very good upgrades over the 5500 XT. But yeah, all those would be good with the i3. You have a 10th gen i3, which again, I would say a max I would go is like a 3060 Ti or 4060. If you're playing at higher res, but if you want to upgrade the CPU also, you can go all the way up to like an 11th gen i5 is what I would recommend, because you get Gen 4. Does that motherboard have Gen 4?
I don't know, it's an H510. I can look it up. Was it an ASRock H510?
Yes.
It's probably the HDV.
If that board supports Gen 4, then going with an 11 Gen i5 would get you a little bit more performance with like a 4060, and then that would kind of be like the top of the line that I would want to do with that PC, to be honest.
And it'd be pretty good.
It'd be a really good build.
All right, let's see, ASRock H510.
I got me a chocolate Long John as well, no Diddy.
Chocolate Long John.
So what'd you get for the coffee?
It does. PCIe Gen 4 by 16.
So get an i5, like look on the used market for like an i5 11400F, something like that would be good. You could plop that in, get Gen 4 support. You'll be good with the 4060. And yeah, I would say, I wouldn't pay more, on eBay by the way, I wouldn't pay more than like, just before I even look, I wouldn't pay more than like $110 for an 11400 used, maybe even less than that. Let's see how much they go for. Because you get 12 Gen 1s for cheaper, but I know for you can't do that. But
yeah, I don't know how much the 11, like, or if they're still making them new or not. But the 11400 or the 11600.
Ooh, okay, yeah, I mean, this is pretty good. You can get an 11400 for one of those like tray resellers for about $80.
Oh wow. And those are Gen 4, right?
Yes.
All of 11 Gen,
11 Gen is Gen 4, yeah. So you could get one of those, get up to Gen 4, so $80 there, find a used 3060 Ti, or you could do a new 4060, call it a day. Or we're gonna go AMD, the 7600 is a good option as well.
And that power supply will definitely be plenty to handle, you know, any of those GPUs and CPUs, so you won't need to worry about upgrading anything else.
Caramel Craze hot latte, one for me and one for my fiance with sugar. Oh,
nice.
you were going crazy.
The other day, you got a 5600 XT for $78 on eBay. That's a pretty good deal.
It's not bad.
Because that's basically, it was like a 2060 or a little below a 2060, so not bad.
2060s go for about $100, so that's a good deal.
People like that NVIDIA encoder, what can they say?
I have a flip ready to list, but I'm gonna wait until mid-November with how slow things have been.
That's an interesting tactic. No, you do not need to get 32 gigs. I was actually, funny enough, before you even said that, I was thinking about telling you, like, you're honestly good with the 16 gigs. Now, if you want to, by all means, you know, go for it. It might help if you're just primarily gaming. I mean, honestly, you may see a slight difference, especially if you got nicer RAM. That board only supports up to 3200 megahertz, though, I will say. So really, the only way it'd be like worth it is if you found like 3200 megahertz with the lower CAS latency. But I feel like whatever RAM we used in that probably was CL16 or CL18.
Well, I just finished testing 24 games with a bunch of different RAM capacities, and I will tell you, 16 to 32, your low FPS numbers do go up. I wish there was some, for DDR4, I kind of wish there was something in between 16 and 32 that was easier to do, because 32 is kind of excessive, but in games like Warzone and Fortnite, the lows where you get like this little bit of stutter here and there does go away when you go to 32 gigs of RAM from our testing. So,
and it's not too expensive, so.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but I mean, you can get it. I wouldn't, honestly, you're probably fine with the 16 gigs if you're trying to ball on a budget, but there is a difference. You know, it can make some sort of a difference, but it might not be something you would feel normally.
So i5, dang, can someone in chat type that out, please? Here, Well, I'm type right now.
All right, here we go. Type out the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna type out the whole thing. So I do 11,400.
Also, all these recommendations, especially for the CPU, are if you're willing to buy used, because new, I don't know if those would even be worth it or even able to be got.
I like how it sends from Restream when you type it up there. Yeah, the deal that Matt, that was eBay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, check eBay, 11400F. Find one from a reputable seller. Don't just go for like the absolute cheapest one. But if you can find one for what Matt's like between 80 and 90 bucks, that's still really solid 6-core 12-thread.
And to be fair, if you are a little scared about buying used, they do sell them new for about $100, $104, which is still fine. It's not great, but again, when we're talking about you not wanting to do a whole new build and just plopping in a new CPU and GPU, then go for it.
Oh, and if you do get one from, like if you get an 11400, by the way, it will come with a nicer stock cooler, but if you get a 11600 KF, you will need to get a different cooler.
Yes.
So just keep that in mind. That'll be, I don't know if you're comfortable with it, but that will require a little more work having to swap coolers. And also just pay attention when you're putting on a stock cooler too. I see so many people, you know, it's just plastic pins that hold it on, and a lot of people will like kind of get them in, but they're not in, and then your PC overheats. So
be careful.
Yeah, just make sure that all 4 pins are pushed down all the way. Then Jedi 11 gen was just fine.
Yeah, 11 gen's fine. Nothing wrong with 11 gen. See, in Jedi, you watch YouTubers that do budget builds, and then you cringe when we use budget stuff. So like, what do you want from us, bro?
11 gen was cool too because you know they had Gen 4 support finally. It took them forever. He said, wasn't that the waste of sand generation? I don't think so.
No.
I think the Gen 4 was really big. The Gen for
4
M.2 and for PCIe.
I think CPU performance is not a major uplift over the 10400, but again, when they're now in the used market, when they're not being sold new, you can get them for the same price. One comes with Gen 4, one comes without. Get the one with Gen 4.
Yeah, especially if you have the GPU, because I mean, combined, it's going to be a nice little upgrade.
Yes, sir.
And this guy does want to get a 3060 Ti or a 7600, both which are Gen 4 by 16.
Oh, I didn't notice this. Oh, that needs to be plugged back up.
Oh, it probably just got yeeted out, actually.
Oh, no!
This cable, I need to run it through the front probably, but we'll just do this for now.
Oh, is it going?
Yeah, it's like going, when I redid it, I had it go like behind the leg. Oh my God.
It's behind the leg.
I'm just gonna unplug it. We're just gonna fix it now, chat.
Do you like how I removed the one part of the mini PC?
Which part?
It just says Toasty Bros now.
Oh.
I was like, I don't feel like we should have boner Toasty Bros out in the showroom.
What did you do, just like cut it off?
No, it's Toasty Bros is, I can fix it right now.
Oh, is it folded?
It's over top of it. So here, let's fix it. And we're back.
Boner Toasty Bros.
And we're back.
And for the next car show, we'll fix it. Meow.
So i5 11400F with a stock cooler comes with a new, I wouldn't get a new 3060 Ti. If you're going new, go 4060.
Yeah.
Only use 3060 Ti.
Honestly, if you're already thinking about getting the CPU used, I would just get both used.
So are you like, yeah, let's ask that question because I don't think we really have the answer.
Are you comfortable?
Are you comfortable buying used? Do you want to buy used or you want to buy new? If you want to buy new, it makes it a little bit less, I mean, it's still worth it for you, but it makes it the value a lot less because you're using slightly older gen hardware.
Will that card work with that motherboard?
He says new. Okay, so he wants to go new.
You know, my mind kind of says 7600 then.
Yeah, I would probably look at the RX 7600. It's a better GPU, it's a better price.
I think you can get them for as low as like 240-ish now.
Oh, you can do it for her.
So yeah, for like 240 bucks, you're gonna be getting, you know, pretty close to like a 4060, like Ti 4060 basically.
So yeah, 11400F, you can find those new for about 100 to about 110 bucks. Not the best price performance, but in your situation, it'll be fine. And then, yeah, look at an RX 7600 instead of the 4060 or 3060 Ti.
And you can get all that on Amazon. And it comes with the cooler, which is cool. Like, as long as you get the 11400. If you get one used, you know, unless you look for one with the cooler, it probably wouldn't come with one, so. Do you want to, actually, I don't know if we'll have combs big enough to even fit these.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
if you
let's just see what it looks like when we plug it up.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, if you want to try to comb it, you can, but these are some fat cables. Yes, the mini PC is called the Boner Toasty Bros.
That looks horrendous.
Yeah, it's funny to think about how like I was like, man, this looks so good in my in-desk PC, and now it's like the idea of having zip ties and sleep cables is horrible. Those zip ties are probably a solid like 6 or 7 years old or old. Yes, RX 7600 from Radeon. And with that case, it's an Apevia Prodigy. Honestly, you should be able to get any 7600. You can get a 2-fan if you want. If you can get a 3-fan, I think that would look sick. It'll fill the case really nicely. And yes, the PSU will be fine. That card only requires an 8-pin power. And the card that you have in there now also requires an 8-pin power. I saw Tom just like peek in here.
He's looking for you.
Yep, 500 watts will be enough. The 7600 at like full load is like, I want to say like 100 and like, what is it, 170 watts if that.
The i3 is like i5 would be like a 65 watt CPU.
Yeah, I mean you'll be lucky to be able to get that thing to pull more than 300 watts. For Valorant and League, what is this for? Noobed Noodle. Would anyone actually buy my used stuff? Oh yeah, 100%. So I will say with them being, they're still good, but it may take someone that's specifically looking for those things or someone who knows what you have. So realistically,
tell everyone who tries to buy it, I know what I have,
Yeah.
price firm.
Yeah, so realistically, we can just go ahead and kind of give you pricing, like what we would sell them for. I would say for the i3 with a stock cooler, you could probably sell that used for maybe like $40 to $60. And then the 5500 XT, since it is the Sapphire, it's name brand, it's an 8 gig, so you got that going for you. You could probably sell that for maybe like $70 to $90. You could basically almost cover the GPU cost. Chaotic, I bought a new GPU and your 1650 sold within a day. Where'd you sell your 1650? That's a pretty good motorcycle. We've been trying to sell a PC on I've been trying to sell two PCs on Facebook now for like 2 months and they have not sold. It's great.
I'm gonna bet eBay. That's probably the only way to get stuff to sell quickly. You lose a lot in fees, but.
Which, based on Chaotic saying they don't want to buy used, I have a hunch that they don't use eBay.
Yes.
So that'll definitely make it a little more difficult. But if you're willing to use like Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, I mean, they will sell, but I will say, do not be surprised if they sit. People will lowball the heck out of you. Like those prices I listed, people may offer you like half of those. But someone may just come through and just buy it.
Hey.
Chaotic, you didn't buy from us locally, did you? I assume you bought online. So if you happen to be local, we would buy them back from you.
Yes.
If you can bring them in. Which I guess technically, like, I mean, you could ship them to us, but you do assume all the risk. So here's what I'll say. If you end up doing the upgrade and you're just having a heck of a hard time selling them, local or on eBay or whatever you're trying to do, you can pay to ship them to us. Just make sure you do it cheap, and also you assume all risk. So if anything goes wrong in shipping, we can't really help you.
They're in Illinois.
That's not too far.
Drive on up.
No, I mean shipping wise. Yeah, drive
up.
Come on. It's not that bad. If UCW can do it, you can do it.
Yeah. Do you have CPU power for me?
Yes. I'm withholding it. It is mine.
If you are gonna sell it online, I would just list it on multiple marketplaces and be like, here we go.
I don't know why I did that. I saw your hand there, and I saw your hand there, and I was like, okay. I forgot, how was the car show? It was good. You can watch the live stream recap. Was that on Restream?
Clips. Yep.
So yeah, it's on Toasty Clips. It's also on Twitch here. So yeah, it's pretty good. We even got some footage outside a couple times during the stream, so you can actually see some of the cars. I would say the show was it was on the smaller side compared to some of the other ones we've had, but it was a good one. Weather was amazing. It wasn't like super hot. It was never cold though.
There's a cutout.
Does it line up well or should I?
It does.
Okay.
These things are long.
Oh my god.
And you know this card, I need both 8 pins.
Get that.
I think I can. Back up. fold and pull.
All right, you should have both there.
Sweet.
So get a 2-fan 7600. If it saves you a lot of money, sure. If it doesn't, definitely get a 3-fan. Because the PV Prodigy will fit a 3-fan. The 3-fan 7600s aren't big. They're borderline the same size as like a 2-fan. They're just a little bigger.
They use small fan, but there are 3 of them.
Yeah. Versus like a lot of the 2-fan cards will just have 2 big fans. The 3 fans just always fill a case nicer. They're just higher quality frames, like bezels typically. Jackson got a surprise on Saturday. I did. I had a little kid run up to me.
Oh.
And they said,
Are you my dad?
yeah. And I said, no, I'm not the father.
Midnight came and humped your leg is what I heard.
Yeah, he wasn't there, was he?
No. Unfortunate.
You're lucky.
I'm lucky.
Your leg would have been pregnant by now. Chaotic with the caps. That was my next question about the 3-fan fitting. So new 7600 XT. I wouldn't get the 7600 XT.
No.
Unless the 7600 XT, if you find one for like $260 or less, go for it.
No, do not get the XT.
But I'm thinking you're gonna find one for like $300.
Do not do
Not
that.
worth. The 16 gigs of VRAM sounds very appealing. We promise it doesn't do anything for you. It's too much VRAM for that card. $245 question mark for an XT?
For an XT or a non-XT?
Tell us now. Is it time to make a short? The 7600 XT, you guys were all wrong about it. That'd be
It's not
crazy.
cheap enough.
Oh my god, it's a long freaking. I can finally comment now properly, but I buy power. Had since 2021. i5 1210 Ti, overall good. If you don't replace the default cooler, they give you. Oh man, I already lost it. Okay, so you had to replace it for an AIO, otherwise 7.8 out of 10 pre-built. Okay.
Nice. You guys talk so quick. Okay, so you want the non-XT. Yes, you want the non-XT for 250.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I was only saying, like, so the XT is technically, you get double the VRAM. It's just, it doesn't help you really in most situations. But it's one of those situations where, hey, if it's like $10 more, I mean, of course, get the XT. But we just assume that it never will be that much cheaper. Because VRAM isn't cheap, guys. It comes with the cost. A life for a life.
Why do you use the 7600 XT motorcycle? Why?
There's a few people, like, remember Midnight? That was the card that he got that, like, died or something like that, I remember.
Why do you make bad decisions? Just like that Duncan order.
The sweet, sweet Duncan.
You got it on a deal at Micro Center. Nice. Yeah, I think if you're going, I think it's really, for me, any of the new AMD GPUs, RX 7600, and if not that, 7700 XT or greater. Just kind of.
Yeah, it's like the extra money that you could be spending on the XT going to the 7700 XT is way more worth it.
Yeah. Wait, do you not know what CPU? Other way, we already talked about this. Do you need to know the CPU again? i5 11400F. So guys, I'm taking it on myself to upgrade PC. Y'all built at level 1. What do you think about the 12400? It's a good CPU.
Oh wow, so are you gonna do like that'd be a whole new.
That'd be a massive new upgrade. 'Cause that's like I think it was an
Xeon.
X79 Xeon, yeah.
With probably like DDR3 or 4, so.
Yeah, it's been a while. Sweet.
So is level 1 gonna give you like a budget for that, or are you gonna have to pay? What is that PC used for now? What's its daily task looking like these days?
What'd it do? And how much dust is in it? Is it suffocating itself at this point?
Suffocation.
Thoughts on my first PC build, 4070 Ti Super with the 7900X is beautiful. Nice build.
Wow.
It's pretty baller first build. I still have to pick up my new SSD that I ordered, but Chicago rainy day, so I don't go all the way to the north side of it. Feel it. Oh, you clean it weekly. Let's go.
Oh my god.
I mean, to be fair, in that
dedication.
shop, I remember when we went in there, like the computer that was there was like caked with dust just because of everything that goes on in there. What's a good $500 laptop? $500 is hard for a laptop. I will say the best deal right now, and I think it's still on stock. Go to Walmart for $599. You get an HP Victus. It's $100 more, but you get a 8000 series Ryzen CPU and a 4050.
Oh yeah, that was funny. Apparently one of Sean's Navy classmates, I think, bought that laptop.
Ooh, nice.
Like
the Victus?
Yes. The one that we just did the video on. Was that an Acer or a Victus?
You're talking about the one that hasn't gone live yet, or the one that we did a while ago from Walmart?
The one that hasn't gone live yet. I guess
That's the Acer Nitro. That was
yeah.
the 4050 and 13 Gen i5.
Yeah.
That one's around 7 something right
It
now.
was funny because, yeah, he was like, yeah, they haven't gotten tracking yet. And I was like, has it shipped? And he was like, no. And I was like, well.
Well, that's why. No, I was looking on Amazon the other day. This is like the post-Prime effect. You don't get any Prime shipping on anything now if you bought it during Prime Day. Because like, I was looking at a monitor would have had to order, and they said it was gonna be here till like the end of this week. And I was like,
You definitely have to go out of your way. I mean, it's been like that for a while. Like to find things that are 1 or 2 days shipped now.
you have to look more.
Yeah, you gotta look. Prime doesn't really mean Prime 2-day anymore. It really just means, hey, it's gonna be like free shipping and it's gonna be somewhat quick.
Okay, gotta go work out. Then breakfast with my kiddos. Salute you guys. Kick ass. Well, thank you, Chaotic.
See ya.
Enjoy the upgrade. Hopefully it works out for you.
Yeah. Don't forget that CPU.
You know who we haven't seen in a while? Omar.
Omar.
It just made me think of Omar. Chaotic, you have Omar vibes.
I think I got like a suggested friend request or something like that with him on Facebook or Instagram the other day.
Oh, Omar.
And I always forget, like for some reason my mind always thinks he's a kid, like he's a full-grown like adult.
He had some kid vibes about him.
Oh, you get an EPO Maker keyboard for 45 euros, 50% priced. Oh. EPO Maker, Yunzi, Iconix. There's a lot of really good ones there.
I already know the color and what it needs to be.
Ruben's gonna come in and change it.
He's like, it doesn't need
Like,
to be
how did you think this was the good color?
Oh no, the motherboard has RGB.
Oh.
Yeah, you can turn that off in the BIOS. Or
Yeah,
change it.
that's what you gotta love about like is that a B660?
Yes.
From our good friends of ASRock.
This is like an ASRock build. We got the ASRock Challenger card, we got the motherboard.
It's the challenge build.
This build's challenged, guys. Look at it. Does this look challenged to you?
And the good news is the stream failing pushed the time back a little bit.
Yeah, it's still 9:37. I'm assuming you don't have any other builds ready?
We could technically do another giveaway PC as long as
God.
there's a Montecker 100 back there that's black, which I think there is.
Didn't you prep the motherboard?
Yeah.
Where is the motherboard?
It's back there.
All right, I think it
grab it.
is. I'm positive Omar was like 18 or 17. No.
7650 GRE?
Huh? Oh yeah, I saw that they were gonna announce that. Weird, but cool, I guess. I have no idea what the performance is gonna be like, but. Bum, 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 bum. Announced at CES, 7650 GRE. How much VRAM is it supposed to have, do we know? $7650 is somewhere between $300 to $400. Well, you know what's funny? They're not even, in this article I'm reading, they're not even mentioning the 7600 XT. So I'm assuming is it going to have 16 gigs of VRAM, you think? It'll be interesting. I'm curious. So the biggest thing with that, yeah, that GPU will need 16 gigs of VRAM. It almost feels like if that ends up being a thing, it's what the 7600 XT should have been. It's like the 7600 XT V2 is kind of what it looks like. Do you guys sell gaming monitors? Yes, but local only. We don't really sell them on the website. Shipping monitors is not fun. Got a laptop cooler for Prime Day. Which laptop cooler did you get, Kermit? Did you get the Llano? The Llano one is the best on the market. That one's wild. I feel like laptop coolers help, but I feel like Llano was the first one that we tested that actually made a difference. Other ones, like, I mean, it kind of helps, but it's not like crazy. How much longer is DDR4 going to be relevant? I think with AM4, DDR4 is still going to be fine for most gaming systems for the next like 3 to 4 years. By the next 2 years, I think DDR4 systems are going to be hard to build new. Like honestly, not really even worth building new. But in terms of the viability of if you have a DDR4 system, how long it will be good for the future, I think you still have probably like 3 to 4 years of good DDR4. 30 gigs DDR4, want to know if something needs to be updated. No, I mean, you're good. Ooh, that's nice. I like that combo mental net HUD. I 30 gigs, yeah, honestly, you're gonna be fine with that. Like, the thing is, I would say it's less about DDR4 memory and more about your platform. So you're probably on like AM4 or older Intel. By the time you need to upgrade, it'll be more on the lines of you need to upgrade your CPU than you need your RAM. And when you upgrade your CPU to anything modern, it's gonna require DDR5. So don't think as much as the RAM, think more of a, how long will my CPU last more than anything. I don't think the RAM is ever gonna be a factor, DDR4 versus DDR5. Yeah, see, exactly. Just run that system until you feel like you need to upgrade performance. And I don't think DDR4 is going to be the reason you will upgrade performance. It's going to be more, I need a better GPU or I need a better CPU, you know? Kaiban? Never heard of that. Never heard of her. The Modtech L100. Guys, we're building our giveaway PC, but we're not giving it away. Oh my God. You can't have this one too, guys. You're crazy. Specs of the other build. This is the 3060 Ti with a 5600X gaming PC.
Super solid build. I think there is still, let me see if actually, I don't know if any apps sold. I thought one did.
Extendo stream, it is 940, Bruce. What, buddy.
He's saying we're slow.
You got an Aero Chill. Okay.
Aero Chill.
Somebody got a laptop cooler. It really depends. So does your laptop, Kermit, have ventilation on the bottom, like very wide open vents on the bottom? If it doesn't, I'll be honest with you, laptop coolers don't really make much of a difference.
I can't believe nobody has bought one of these yet.
Guys.
They must be growers, not showers.
Best AMD alternative to the 4060, 7600. It's faster in terms of raw horsepower, and it's cheaper. So,
what's not to love about those two things?
Have you seen the prices of the 7800X 3D go up? Yes, because there's a shortage of them.
Yeah, they're having trouble finding the X3D parts.
Now, basically, yeah, there's a shortage on them, whether it's manufactured, where they're getting ready to release some new X3D 9000 series CPUs, or it actually is a shortage for whatever reason. The price is going up and they're harder to find.
I'm really hopeful that, you know what I would love to see, and no exclusive bullshit AMD, but I would love to see a 9600X3D, a 9800X3D, and then just the top of the line 9950X3D.
Yeah.
I don't think we need like the 70 or the 9700X3D.
Oh, you already know. It's gonna be Micro Center exclusive.
There's gonna be like a freaking random like XT released again.
Yeah, baby.
You know what? Just leave the XTs for Micro Center. Just give us all the 3Ds, please. We need them.
It does have ventilation bomb. Yeah, you might see a difference then. That's what we noticed with our laptop cooler testing is if your laptop doesn't have a ton of intake on the bottom, it doesn't really help that much.
Yeah. And they sell the side ones. They're really ugly, but they have them.
I was telling him, I was like, the one that we've tested that we've seen legit results, and it is the most expensive laptop cooler on the market, is that Lano one.
Because it just creates the seal.
It seals, it blows so much air through it. It is loud, but it actually makes a difference. But yeah, let us know how that works for you with that laptop cooler. How much you end up paying for it?
Dude, are you almost done? I kind of finished my part like a while ago.
It's crazy.
Dude, I finished mine like last week.
You see how fast he built that, guys? It's crazy. You want him to do it again?
Have you heard about, yes, we have heard about that. I know we heard rumors, like they were saying they're just randomly gonna mix them into the batch and you just won't know what you'll get. I was saying, I don't think they'll do that, but who knows?
I think they've been tested. Like, aren't they out in the wild now, guys? I remember seeing a video where someone tested them and there wasn't really a difference because it's not really bound by memory speed. It's more the GPU is like holding it back. I think they are out in the wild, right? I remember seeing a tweet about that where someone tested it.
My main thing was just, especially for PCBros retail purposes, I just hope they at least make different listings where one says GDR6, one says GDR6X. Or at least the listings say you may get either, you know, just something. Dudes and dudettes. that? 4050 laptop prices are going down. I mean, I will say that's kind of just laptops in general. Those things just, you know, latest and greatest comes out, and this just goes to show why you should never, especially laptops, do not buy the newest on the market one.
No.
Because literally, like, I remember when 4050 laptops first came out, you know, you could easily see them for $800+, like sometimes even $1,000 or more, especially if they had like Ultra in them or, you know, the newest Ryzen at the time. But now it's like, you know, $500, $600, $700, especially if you go used even. Laptop runs, I think it'll still be hot AF, but get more megahertz.
I think the biggest thing is there was a lot of inventory of laptops that had like the 2050 or 3050 in it, but now that those are like very hard to get now because I think they finally have gone through supply of them, the 4050 is actually what it should be priced for a laptop.
We had a laptop at PC Bros, so this just made me think, I guess the backstory is, I think it's funny how laptops, like, for example, you know, I was seeing like 3050 laptops with what, like 11th gen even. Just basically laptops that'll have like either a really new CPU, like even 13th or 14th gen i-series with like a 2050 or like a 3050, or vice versa. But anyways, we had a laptop at PC Bros that one of the employees mislabeled, and it was like it was a Dell laptop that was like, you know, the typical 8th gen i5 with what said it was a 3050 Ti. And, you know, a customer like picked it out and everything because it was a good price too. And I was just, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm going to tell you all now because like a couple of them were like, no, like I think it really does have a 3050. I was like, I can tell you all now, there's no freaking shot.
Yeah.
Like there's no way that like Dell.
Bruh.
I never said who, I just said someone. What's up?
This was on my desk. You know who it might be?
No, I can take him though.
I can give it to Andrea.
Okay.
She might know.
If we're pulling nose hair.
He said, bruh.
Yeah, I know. I like how he said bro. And I was like,
So now I know
said
who did it.
PC Bros employee, okay?
So you just called yourself out. All right, it's ready for you.
No, and it sucked too because I noticed it like a week before. I was in the middle of, I was trying to get it in Windows because it was out of box experience because, you know, I was like, I mean, it was written down, like it was for certain, you know, so I was like, I'm gonna just make sure, because maybe it does have a GPU, which it did. It had like, what was it, like MX 140 or something like that, which I was like, that's not the same.
Did we buy that with the impression that it had?
I have no clue. I doubt it. I'm pretty sure it was a, you know,
Yeah.
an LL, you know what I'm saying? A little,
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a trade-in that we like were told it was this and then we got
said,
it.
I don't know why I wrote that. It did have graphics in it. It was MX, which is still not, I mean, they're not terrible.
It was one of them days.
I can't remember what it was. It was either MX 150 or maybe it might have been MX 350 graphics, which might have been why you saw that. This is a V8. I always love it. People always ask about that. It's V8.
You don't really see it very often.
Oh wait, V8 Plus. V8 Plus. Yeah, you cannot find these things in stores usually. Apparently Sam's and like Costco has them though.
Yeah.
Would rather just go with slim laptops. Team laptops are just not reliable. Not reliable is kind of a weird statement. Now I understand if you say that they run hot or they're big and bulky, I agree, but I feel like if anything, slim laptops would typically be a little less reliable, just because more better small parts.
Mo beta, small parts.
It's all I drink as far as energy drinks go. Like the V8s. I will say I have found V8 energy before at gas stations, but it's like they have like a different line where it's like more traditional energy drinks. They're like, you know, 160 plus milligrams, and they're freaking caffeinated or carbonated, which is weird. Like I don't really drink these because I like that they're not carbonated. Oh my god, I already hate that naming scheme. Core Ultra 5 245KF.
Are you ready?
Okay, so Core Ultra 5 245. What even sounds good?
245. You know what's what's going to make you even more aggravated? They already canceled the line that's going to come after this series, so the motherboard that comes out is going to be a one generation only motherboard.
Oh shit! Wow.
It's going to be a one generation motherboard.
So do we know what the socket's going to be called yet?
I know. Well, the motherboard's going to be Z890s, but I don't know what the socket is.
Well, hey, at least that naming scheme's the same.
Yes.
So I guess Intel, good job on something. So you're asking, is that good enough? I don't know what the Core Ultra 5 is even.
Nobody even knows what they're going to be like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like it'd be pretty dang good.
Intel says not to call it LGA 1851, which that's what it should be, I guess, based on pins.
Oh, okay. Basically, call it a 15th gen i3.
Yeah.
Is that what it's going to be like? Is an i3?
No, it's not going to be an i3. What are y'all talking about? Like, it's gonna be okay. The performance is not gonna be great. Like, it's not gonna be an upgrade in performance, but it's an upgrade in power efficiency. So it's gonna be a generation where, which for some of you, you're gonna be like, why would Intel do that? I'm like,
I like
don't
that.
mind it.
Yeah.
I don't.
As
mind
long
it.
as now the pricing though, it needs to be. Yeah, I know we laughed at that.
Yeah.
It does need to be a good price for it to make sense. Like if we're gonna get the same or worse performance, I guess here's my baseline. 12400F, great, 6-core, 12-thread. If I can get the Ultra 5, 245,
245K.
I guess would it be an F? I don't know. But anyways, if I can get that for like 150, I'm gonna be happy with it, or less, obviously. But I doubt that that's gonna be the case.
I was just laughing at these like Twitter accounts that were talking about the NVIDIA GPU launch, and they were like, guys, I actually think the new NVIDIA GPUs are going to be a decent amount cheaper than the previous gen. And I'm just like, you're lying. Like, you know,
and why?
And I'm like, what are you basing that off of? And no one has any proof. They're just like, yeah, I really think NVIDIA is going to drop those prices. I'm like, buddy, they're not.
You see what this person said? Asus calls it LGA 1851 in their marketing.
Okay,
It's kind of funny.
1851. That's going to be a fun one to remember. And it's going to be more fun that only hosts one CPU.
I will say it's not terrible just because of 1151.
Yeah, that's true.
Although 1200 and 1700 just roll off the tongue so much smoother. Yeah. What does that extra one pin do?
I don't know.
Why couldn't they have just stopped it at 1850? That'd be easy to remember.
That's a vital pin.
That's a war right there.
That person is huffing some hopium. Yeah, exactly.
Hopium.
Some hopium.
They're hoping the sales go up. You know, one thing that you do have to think about too, chat, I think a big reason Ultra, I'm just now kind of piecing this together, is laptops. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like that's their biggest thing is laptops, tablets, and then work desktops. So, because that's kind of always been Intel's thing. Like, let's be honest, when do you go to a school, library, any type of government building of any kind and see AMD? It's always Intel. So, honestly, this is probably a good move for them doing Ultra. I just hope it works out. Hope there's no oxidization.
More oxidation. So do you think the series is going to be like, no, it's not going to be like 5th gen, because 5th gen was high-end desktop. So that was weird because, could you run this behind the board actually?
Yeah.
Should be enough room. 5th gen was X99, like high-end desktop, so that's different. It's definitely going to be unique, I would say.
There was 5th gen laptops too,
yes.
right? Which I guess were kind of low end.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I would think it's not going to be like that.
Yeah. So glad I missed this today. Today is my 1-year wedding anniversary. Well, congratulations, Taste Murder.
Yeah, I think Intel's probably trying to I would hope at least they're trying to back down a little bit from doing high end with this new Ultra launch. That's my guess, is they're going to try to keep it more tame, see how people like it, see how the performances, and then maybe the next generation will be, when we start to see like some high-end Ultra 9s.
We'll say the one thing that's going to be ultra about it is RAM speed. It looks like they're going really heavy on like taking DDR5 as far as it can go. Yeah, so that'd be interesting to see.
Quad channel?
Quad channel, baby. No, you still can only have 2 sticks. That's it. No more.
Is that like I'm curious? Is that ever going to be fixed with DDR5, or is that just DDR5's fate is just? Although I just thought about it. I haven't heard a complaint yet from our neighbor about the 4 sticks. So
for his use case, it could be fun.
Yeah.
CPU power, please.
It's coming.
I just need a 4. I can do the thing.
Oh yeah, the hidden technique. Totally worth it. Well, just don't taste murder with your marriage, okay?
Yeah, just don't do that.
All right. Do you want? I don't think we've been using the cutout, right, for the power. Like the PCA power.
No, I don't think we have.
All right, let's go through I'll go through the huge, good old boy spot, the G spot, if you will.
Oh yeah, for our immersive setup, the delay has been getting the monitor from this one company that wanted to send one. Mm-hmm. The original plan was they were going to send the 45, and they're like, I don't know if we'll be able to get it. And I was like, well, just let me know. I was like, either way, we'll have to get a monitor for this. So like, if you can't send it, I need to order one. So let me know. And they're like, okay. And then they're like, oh, well, we'll send you, we got it shipped out, it's coming. I was like, which version? It's like, oh, we sent you the 49. And I'm like, oh, yes,
it's
baby.
even larger.
I was like, even more immersed.
God, that is gonna be insane.
I think that's gonna. I'm excited. I think it's just gonna be fun because like having that monitor with those speakers and everything, like that's just gonna be.
I'm definitely I'm in the boat where I don't want to have an ultra wide, but I love getting them.
Yeah.
I love seeing them. I like testing them. They're fun. But yeah, that sounds atrocious to run as like a single monitor. I am spoiled of having just multiple monitors, multiple screen real estate. So nice.
Yep, 49-inch ultra wide we're getting from NOCN. So shout out to them for sending it over. But it's a 5120 by 1440.
That's gonna take a computer right
Yeah,
there.
5120 by 1440. So it's basically like extendo mode 1440p.
Super extended.
Super extendo.
Because normally you're looking at like 2560, so it's basically double that.
Yeah, the highest, I was looking in the market seeing if it was normal. The highest refresh rate I can do is 120, which seems to be pretty standard for that resolution. But hey, it's high refresh rate, that's good.
That's crazy for an ultra wide. Now the real question is, how much is a monitor like that?
Take a guess.
What company is it? Are we allowed to say?
NOCN.
Okay, so I mean, my mind would say a little more budget. I'd say like 8 or 9.
750.
Okay, that's all right. Okay.
Yeah, they're about 750. During Black Friday, they were like $699. Not Black
I know
Friday,
some
the
ultra
Prime
wides
Day.
can get upwards of like $3,000. So that's
Yes.
like for like LG or, you know, Razer, just name not Razer, Alienware.
It is the most budget option for a 49-inch ultra wide with that resolution. So we'll see how it looks.
You know what? From that company, I would hope it's budget. Not that there's anything wrong with NOCN. I use them, but.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm gonna see what it's like because I'm thinking at home, I'm either my next monitor upgrade would be something like that, or I would do a really nice OLED 1440p high refresh rate. Because like for me, like again, I don't really even play competitive shooters anymore. I really want like a nice, like
Immersive.
pretty monitor for playing like single player games.
OLED would be pretty crazy, or mini
OLED
LED.
would be very nice.
Would your 2080 Super push it? I think your 2080 Super could, depending on what games, you know, and what settings you're trying to run. If you're trying to do maxed out, then it's probably not gonna be amazing. But I had the 2080 Super up until about a year and a half ago, and I mean, yeah, I was running dual 1440p high refresh rate, and I had no problems playing esports and AAAs.
Can you get one more power supply screw?
Yes. You'd be thinking, I would be thinking there'd be a power cable off the unit. What are you talking about? For an SSD? Are you talking about for your system? Because there is. If you're looking for them, they're hidden. They're probably in the power supply basement. We cable manage, so they're not going to be super easy to find. You're going to have to dig a little
You
bit.
gotta work for it.
But that's, you know what? This is a great example. When we do those build guides, why I always say I leave the power supply basement not super cable managed for situations like this.
Upgrade.
Otherwise, this would be a lot harder of a situation for you. But fear not, my child. You will do this. I heard front door.
It's a Junga.
I bet that's Pussy Boy
That's
McGee.
Jungasaurus Rex.
Jongathorius. You guys gave me a spare cable. ... Okay. Is that a bad thing? Are you looking for, because so if you're trying to hook up an external, not an external, a 2.5-inch SSD, I get what you're saying. You're gonna need a SATA, we call them SATA data cables, which are, look, right here, these little guys. And then you're gonna need something to power it, which is going to be a SATA power cable, which are on the power supply. They're like big flat connectors. Not to be mistaken with Molex, not that you could really mess them up. That would take some skill.
Chat, we did it. It's 9:59.
Yes, the 2.5. Okay, yeah, I mean, you got the connectors for it. As long as we did, I mean, we're not perfect about including those SATA data cables, so worst case, you can get them for like $1 or $2 on like eBay and other
made it.
places. Hello, and they're pretty much universal. You don't need to worry about like picking out a specific one.
Our hustler and bustler.
Our husband is here. Our office boy toys.
Here's a clear.
Oh my god.
Ooh, I like the C cable. It's a nice little touch.
We almost left that zip tie on there.
Like combing them was difficult. Those are some thick.
Yeah. Those are like 12 gauge.
Those are fleck.
Oh my god, they are thick.
I didn't think you were even gonna be able to do it.
It worked.
What's done is done.
I'm just glad to finally see that cable like getting put to use again
I know,
after
right? It's been
many
there
years.
since I got here.
Oh, dude, I mean, dude,
we've
that
had that.
thing's. It's probably been in that bin since the
I probably
old
have the
office.
Twitter DMs when I got from them. Oh god, where it was like 2015, 2016. We got that cable made. Yeah,
Custom.
that's
I'm
a.
gonna put that in the description. Custom sleeve cable.
Put that. That is the one that used to be in my PC.
It's gonna be Jackson's old gaming PC custom blue mix sleeve cable with Asia Force cones.
GPU kind of crooked.
I mean, dude, that sounds like it's worth money.
I swear, guys.
What are they saying? Some sag or something?
GPU sag looks way worse on camera than it does in
See,
person.
I am with you 110% on that.
Yes.
Because like I'll look at stuff on camera and I'm like, damn, it looks terrible.
It looks up.
It looks, yeah, it's going up, not down. So I think the back plate's a little, it's pushed down.
Yeah, yeah.
Another thing too is like a lot of back plates are never like fully straight. So like especially on older cards, like some of the back plate designs are slightly slanted and it looks different.
Yeah.
So.
I'm tired of the YouTube comments.
I'm tired of you.
The sag!
All right, guys.
Oh God, the horror! Sag.
We're about to be to raid. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed today's stream. Buy one of these giveaway PCs for PC Bros.
$5.
Jonah's going to impersonate the average YouTube commenter now.
Yeah, go through all the mean comments.
Excuse me, the GPU sag bracket says $5.
Oh my god, you know what?
L build because you don't have a sag bracket on it.
Chat, I need to rant about this one YouTube comment. If you're here, I'm sorry, but I don't care. This guy, so we did the $750 competitive gaming setup, and you know in the title, okay, my first rant, I put budget. I think $750 when you include a freaking electronic up desk, a gaming chair that's ergonomic, a 240 hertz 32-inch monitor, a Hall effect switch keyboard, a stupid nice mouse pad, a really nice, I mean literally guys, it is a full setup for $750 and you guys are like, that's not budget. And I'm like, no, that really is budget for a really nice gaming setup like that. Secondly, this dude commented and said, $750 question mark? I was able to put together my computer and my setup for that price, and it's a 7600 with a 7900 GRE. I'm like, don't even act like anybody else can replicate that, because I'm like, I don't even understand how you did.
That's the price of the GPU and the CPU.
Yeah,
and
I'm
you got
like-
a full setup and the rest of the PC.
And the fact that homie like didn't even explain, didn't say like, oh, I got some really good deals. He's just like, yeah, anybody can do that. Like, I mean, that's
No.
easy. I'm like, dude, come on.
I mean, unless you're willing to wait like 3 years to build your setup, but like I'm personally gonna build my setup and enjoy it, and I think that's worth the extra
even
price premium.
used like 700 GREs are not that. I mean, I think you might be able to get them for $5, and then the 7600s you're lucky to get what, maybe 170. It's, like, the
170,
cheapest I've seen them.
178, I think is like the cheapest I've ever seen them.
Like, we're not talking old hardware used. We're talking like brand new stuff that like used is almost the same price. So I'm like, there's no way that he had to have had stuff given to him.
Yeah, Zenos, I know you're just trying to cope because of the fact that you don't have any here, but it's all right.
So did it get burnt though?
Huh? Excuse me?
That's what he asked. He said, did your bald spot get burnt during the car show?
Yeah, it was really hot out there. The UV rating was like 12.
Was it?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, I
It's
was
like
gonna
a
say.
fall.
I was like, well, we have died. All right, we're rating Rush GK. Hope you
Later,
guys enjoyed
gang.
the stream. We'll be
Later,
live
gang.
tomorrow, same time. See you all.
Bye-bye.